Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
The KCED Tailgate $10,000 raffle is this Friday, November 8th at the Carl Craft Civic Center at 701 West 2nd Street in Hedrick. Tickets are $125, which includes 2 admissions. Dinner, drinks, dancing, and more. Doors open at 5:30, dinner at 6, drawing is at 7, entertainment at 8, and it's all over by 11 p.m. Plus, there's bus transportation from Sigourney to Hedrick. It's the KCED Tailgate $10,000 raffle this Friday in Hedrick. Re-elect Helena Hayes, Iowa House Representative. Helena Hayes serves Mahaska, Keokuk, and Jefferson County. Helena is protecting children, families, life, and religious freedom, and demands transparent government. Helena is defending your God-given constitutional and parental rights. For more information on Iowa House Representative Helena Hayes, go to helenaforhouse.com. Paid for by Helena for House. Enchanted Events, located just south of Sigourney off Highway 149, is the perfect venue to host a wedding, graduation, reunions, and so much more. They can seat up to 500 guests. There's bridal and groom rooms, a large bar, and more. For more inquiries, contact Mel or Chelsea or email enchantedeventsvenue@gmail.com or find more information at enchantedeventsvenue.com. Adam Clark for Sheriff. Veteran, integrity, leadership. Adam Clark, candidate for Keokuk County Sheriff, is a native of Keokuk County. He's devoted his adult life to service at both the national and community levels. In addition to his service as a law enforcement professional, Adam works extensively with local youth programs and is actively involved in the community. Some of Adam Clark's initiatives are to strengthen the Keokuk County Sheriff's Department. He wants to collaborate with communities countywide and work to establish a school resource officer. Vote Adam Clark for Sheriff at the general election November 5th. Attention all veterans and guests. The Keokuk County Veterans Affairs Office invites you to join them for a luncheon on Monday, November 11th from 11:30 to 1:30 at the Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney. The Veterans Affairs Office provides assistance to veterans in need. If you have any questions, contact Michelle Herman, the Veterans Affairs Administrator in Keokuk County, at the courthouse in Sigourney, 641-622-2761.
And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Hello, my fellow Americans. Welcome. It's Election Day. Hey, ho, hey. 7:03 on your Tuesday, November 5th. Got 55 degrees here in Sigourney, Iowa. Our morning wake-up brought to us by Brothers Market in Sigourney, where, of course, savings are made simple. Go to shopbrothersmarket.com. Get all the good stuff there. Download the Brothers Market app. It's a smart way to shop. We thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor here on the Morning Wake Up. And we are, of course, broadcasting from the Oski Dental Studios. Give them a holla at 641-673-4845 to schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental filing your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. and they're located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. We thank Oski Dental. We thank Brothers Market for being huge supporters of Steve Shetler Media. Let's see here. Let's take a look at our forecast up next. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate, and there is a chance of some showers and thunderstorms today. Otherwise cloudy, and temps will get up to about 62 degrees by mid-morning, and then they'll slowly fall the remainder of today. Breezy east winds and rain chance for the rest of today at 40%. So again, we're going to hit that high in the 60s early on today and then slowly fall after that. Partly cloudy for tonight, a low of 36 and still breezy. Tomorrow, sunny, calmer winds, a high of 55, so definite improvement tomorrow. Tomorrow night, cloudy, a low of 38. And then Thursday will be sunny and at 56. Current conditions here in southeast Iowa. We have humidity at 96%. Winds are pretty calm, under 5 miles per hour. The barometer at 29.60. Dew point at 54. And right now in the Oski Dental Studios, the National Weather Service equipment says we have 55 degrees here in the big town of Sigourney, Iowa. Now, in the last 24 hours, from basically 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., we've had a little over 0.4 of an inch of rain in the rain gauge, 0.42 in the rain gauge when I checked it this morning. So those are your official weather numbers here at Steve Shetler Media. We thank the Garden Gate, who has proudly been serving Keokuk County and the surrounding area for 27 years now. The Garden Gate in Sigourney sponsoring our forecast. Let's take a look at our This or That. It's brought to us by Stacy Flynn, Legacy Insurance Group, and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. Ooh, I sleep with multiple fans on. Sleep with a fan or sleep without a fan? What do you do? Do you have troubles sleeping without some sort of noise? Yeah, we've got one on each side of the bed and the overhead fan going. So lots of noise. I don't like to hear anything. So that's how we roll here in the Shetler household. This or that, sleep with a fan or without a fan. Make sure you comment on that. That went up at 6 a.m., as it does every weekday here on Steve Shetler Media. Let's see here. What is next? Our question of the day. It's brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa, 202 North Main in Sigourney. This is just off-the-wall topic. I saw this in some of my prep, is what we call it. Should parents call in sick for their kids at their jobs? What do you think? Should the kids man up? Do we coddle our kids a little bit too much these days? Should parents call in sick for their kids at their jobs? I mean, I think the kids could do it themselves, especially depending on their age. I mean, if they're working, they're old enough to be able to call their boss and say, I'm sick. So that's my opinion, at least. Should parents call in sick for their kids at their jobs? Your question of the day, brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa in Sigourney. Of course, we've got our For the Fun of It tournament going on, and it's brought to us this month of November by Colbert Feed, and they are more than just a feed mill. Colbert Feed is your horse source in Keokuk County. They're going to provide bulk or bagged feed for your livestock. They've got horse feed, dog food, cat food, bird food. Out by the Expo in Sigourney. Colbert Feed in Sigourney sponsoring our tournament. Best of the 2000s. These are the years 2000 to 2009. Breaking Bad versus Arrested Development. All right, so I am completely and totally biased in this matchup. Breaking Bad it's probably my favorite TV show of all time. I love Breaking Bad. I could just watch it all the time. Breaking Bad going against Arrested Development. I have never seen an episode of Arrested Development, so I don't have a clue what that show is about. So thumbs up for Breaking Bad. Walter White, Jesse, Hank, all those fantastic characters in Breaking Bad, going against Arrested Development. Get your votes in. Thumbs up for Breaking Bad, heart for Arrested Development. That matchup went up at 6 p.m. last evening. Voting for that goes through 6 p.m. this evening. Let's take a look at our overall brackets. Grey's Anatomy was an easy winner in the first round, beating Doctor Who. Who? Doctor Who. Grey's Anatomy moving on. Breaking Bad going against Arrested Development. Last I checked, Breaking Bad had the lead in that one. From there, here, there, everywhere, we'll go down to the bottom left corner, The Sopranos versus The West Wing, a battle of the Thes. Sopranos and West Wing, that'll be your next matchup. That'll go up at 6 p.m. this evening. Friends versus Lost, that should be an interesting matchup too. So, again, your current matchup, Breaking Bad and Arrested Development. Best show of the 2000s going on for the month of November. Let's see here. Coming up this week, here on Steve Shetler Media, Friday, we'll have our Iowa Music Showcase. And that'll be live at Barnwired in Sigourney. We've got that young lady, Allie. Allie Crummy is her name. Christian artist. Allie will be coming to town to sing us some songs and do a live interview. That's Friday, 11:30 to noon at Barnwired in Sigourney. Stop by and see Allie Crummy or watch it live here on Steve Shetler Media. On Saturday morning, we're going to stay right there at Barnwired. They've got the sports section on Saturday mornings. So on Fridays, when you see Allie Crummy, you can eat some lunch. On Saturday mornings, you can come back and eat some breakfast at Barnwired, drink some coffee. We're going to be talking cross-country this Saturday. I do have some state qualifiers that participated in the state cross-country meet this past weekend. And that includes Emerson Jedlicka from North Mahaska. And also just confirmed the Albia girls cross-country team. Bunch of those girls, including McKenna Montgomery, went to the state, it's not the state tournament, the state meet cross-country. So cross-countryers getting some love this Saturday morning at the sports section at Barnwired in Sigourney. Again, something you can check out in person. If you want to come and watch the show live and in person, do it. Eat some breakfast. If you want to watch it at home while you're eating your cereal, sipping on your coffee, you can do that too, right here on Steve Shetler Media. Again, that's the Iowa Music Showcase and sports section, both live at Barnwired in Sigourney. Now, speaking of sports, only one football game on the agenda for our area teams this coming Friday, as Montezuma will be at Lennox. Our area high school football schedule brought to us by Sheets Chiropractic. So good luck to Montezuma coming up on Friday. Let's take a look at our community calendar as it's brought to us by Enchanted Events. The venue is just south of Sigourney off of Highway 149. Let's see here. Do want to point out that Sigourney's hometown holiday coming up on November 30th. Now, if you want to raise some funds, they need to restore our Santa. Now, some people think this is a scary Santa. You know, we've got other decorations around the square. If you've watched the city council meetings the last time or two on Steve Shetler Media, you know our Christmas decorations in Sigourney are in a state, they need repaired. They need some upgrades. And if we want to keep our beloved Christmas decorations on the square in Sigourney, they need some TLC. They need to be repaired a little bit, and that includes Santa. So if you want to donate some money, we've got that QR code on that flyer there. So help out that way. And again, put the Sigourney's hometown holiday on your calendar for November 30th. Lots of different things going to be going on. Also on the calendar, KCED's Tailgate $10,000 raffle coming up this Friday at the Carl Craft Civic Center in Hedrick. You can see all the info there. Put that on your calendars. Now, one thing they've got going on this year is they will have bus rides from Sigourney to Hedrick and back. So if you want to go down, maybe you want to have a few drinks and you don't want to drive home, they will have bus rides that can take you from Sigourney to Hedrick and then bring you back that night. So the KCED Tailgate $10,000 raffle going on Friday night in Hedrick. What else do we have on our calendar? Thing in Montezuma coming up. Montezuma Community Schools Veterans Day Assembly will be going on, and that will be on Monday, so we'll put that on your calendars if you're in the Montezuma area. Some of our community calendar stuff here on Steve Shetler Media. Let's go ahead and do some birthdays. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Birthdays, celebrity and hometown birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers, your realtor, and you can give her a holla, 641-295-4142. That's the second time I've said that this morning, and I don't usually say that. Holla, holla if you hear me. Nikki Leathers. Go to hometown-re.com. Hometown birthdays for today. We've got Chris Berg with a birthday today. Jared Boyson with a birthday. And Jenna Accord with a birthday. So Chris, Jared, Jenna, happy birthday to you three on our hometown side of the birthdays today. Celebrities, Art Garfunkel, Simon and Garfunkel. Art is 83. We've got Peter Noon from Herman's Hermits, 77. Kris Jenner, reality star. Is she the mom of like all the Kardashians? I've never seen any of those shows. Kris Jenner is 69. Actor Robert Patrick. If you remember Terminator 2, he was the evil Terminator. He was the Terminator that was after Arnold Schwarzenegger and the kid, and he was dressed up like a policeman, and then he like melted and then could come back, put himself back together. He was also Johnny Cash's dad in the Joaquin Phoenix, Reese Witherspoon Johnny Cash movie. Walk the Line, I think is what it was called. Anyway, Robert Patrick, 66. I like him. Brian, it was the summer of 69. Bryan Adams, 65. He's not 69 quite yet. He's 65, Bryan Adams. Tatum O'Neal, the actress, 61. Now, in my brain, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of other Bryan Adams songs to sing. Everything I do it for you. Sam Rockwell, the actor, is 56. We've got, not to be confused with Bryan Adams, we've got Ryan Adams, a singer, 50 years old. And then one of the Jonas Brothers. Is this guy like the other? He's kind of like the third Jonas brother. He's the one that like made a mountain of money because he was the third brother, Kevin. Oh, that's Kevin Jonas. He tagged along and made millions. Kevin, 37 years old. I can't say that I really know my Jonas brothers, but I'm assuming that he's the third one. That I don't know. He plays harmonica or something. I don't know. Your birthday's brought to us by Hometown Real Estate, Nikki Leathers. Hey, before you see me again on screen, that's a cat that is hanging out outside of our house. It's been around for, it came around, it was in the park. I live in Sigourney by the Legion Park. This cat, extremely friendly. Like, if we didn't have cats already, this would be my new cat. This is a nice cat. This is obviously somebody's cat. It started at the park yesterday. I took two of our dogs out, and it just tagged along. It was loving on the dogs. It was loving on me. And then it kind of just followed us across the street and has been hanging out at our house ever since. So super poofy tail. The tail is like a squirrel. If a tail could be a squirrel, it would be that tail. So it's a little cat with a big tail, poofy tail. I think it's a girl. So this has got to be somebody's cat. Extremely friendly cat. So somebody's missing this cat. Let them know that their cat is missing and that it's at my house. They can come get it. But until then, we'll take care of it because we love animals and cats. So that cat, again, it's right outside. If you want to come. By the way, get it before our neighbor gets it. That's all I'll have to say about that. Hey, That's a true story. About the neighbor. We are doing the morning wake up. It is brought to us by Brothers Market. We are live from the Oski Dental Studios, 55 degrees. And on this date, by the way, it's Tuesday, November 5th. In case you didn't know that, it's an election day. Make sure you get out and vote. Vote for the right person. On this date in history, let's see here. 1875, Susan B. Anthony was fined $100 for attempting to vote in the presidential election. She was going to vote for Ulysses S. Grant. Her punishment for doing that was getting her face on a coin that nobody liked. Susan B. Anthony on this date, 1875. On this date in 1911, a guy, interesting name, Calbrath. If you hear noises in the background, my cat is going bonkers. Playing with something on the floor. Poopy. Knock it off, Poopy. That's right, I'm talking to you. Or I'll bring the new cat in, okay? Quit making noise or the new cat's going to come in. On this date in 1911, Calbrath P. Rogers arrived in Pasadena, California, having completed the first American coast-to-coast flight. You know how long it took? Coast-to-coast flight. 49 days. This was in 1911. Flew from New York City to California. 49 days. Now, of course, flying much faster. It does not take 49 days to get from coast to coast. But if you lose your luggage, probably takes 49 days to get it back. Yeah, interesting stuff there. Legendary cowboy store, Roy Rogers. Legendary cowboy star Roy Rogers. Trigger! Hi-Yo Silver in a way. Not Hi-Yo Trigger in a way. Happy trails to you. Roy Rogers was born on this date in 1911. He appeared in more than 100 films, starring in 87 of them. Of course, we had a Roy Rogers museum just outside of Sigourney for the longest time. So Roy Rogers, born in 1911. Today on the National Day calendar, it is National Love Your Red Hair Day. So if my wife is watching, love your red hair, Stacy. It's National Donut Day. Ooh, I like donuts. National Donut Day, National Love Your Red Hair Day, and it's Cinco de Novembro. Arriba! It's also the National Election Day, so get out and vote, in case I haven't told you that. Before we go any further, let's hear from our headline sponsor, Brothers Market. Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
2021 Iowa Harvest Red is a dry red wine from Tassel Ridge Winery that has plum and black cherry aromas and notes on the palate with nice acid and a long, complex finish. It's made from Marquette and Foch grapes. The 2021 Iowa Harvest Red pairs with pizza, pasta dishes, and grilled steaks. The 2021 Iowa Harvest Red is available at the winery and in a few of our nearly 400 retail outlets in Iowa. Tassel Ridge Winery is located in Lighton on Highway 163 between Pella and Oskaloosa and is open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 6, and Sunday from noon to 6. Check our website at tasselridge.com.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Bridget's Public House is an Irish pub located at 208 First Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Bridget's Public House hopes you find it a warm, welcoming space that also serves delicious, unique Irish-based options created in their kitchen. And don't forget a cold beverage of choice. Located just off the square next to True Value. Come in and check out the unique decor at Bridget's Public House while enjoying a beverage or food. Follow Bridget's Public House on Facebook and stop in person at 208 First Avenue East, Oskaloosa. That's Bridget's Public House. Locally owned and operated.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more. Plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore. Hey, we are back here on the Morning Wake Up, and it is brought to us by Brothers Market in Sigourney. We thank them for their sponsorship. We're coming to you live from the Oski Dental Studios. Let's go ahead and do some things you need to know. Whoa. Things you need to know. Quincy Jones is dead. Legendary music producer, innovator Quincy Jones passing away Sunday night at the age of 91. R.I.P. to Quincy. With the Superstars and the World Series playing, the World Series averaged a record 12.9 million viewers in Japan. Of course, they had Shohei Ohtani, Yamamoto playing. Big viewership in Japan this year for the World Series. We were speaking of Kim Kardashian earlier. Kim, did you know, has quite the collection of jewelry pieces that were once owned and worn by celebrities. She's got pieces of jewelry from Jackie Kennedy, Marilyn Monroe, and Janet Jackson. In fact, she was just wearing, for the first time, a diamond-lined cross pendant once owned, which was a favorite of Princess Diana. So Kim Kardashian, a collector of expensive celebrity jewelry. Let's see here. Going up for auction in New York, they're going to be selling some historical pieces later this month, including, they claim it's a lock of George Washington's hair that is going to be up for bids. Also, the U.S. flag that accompanied Abraham Lincoln to his final resting place, going to be up for auction. So if you have a bunch of money and you want a history piece, you might want to check out that auction going on in New York, coming up later on this month. Did you know the number one movie in theaters past couple of weeks has been Venom: The Last Dance? It's doing some decent money. If you like movies, the biopic on Funk Master, George Clinton, biopic is in the works there. Eddie Murphy is going to be the lead role. How about Thin Lizzy? Who has really been itching for some new Thin Lizzy music? Let me see your hands. Nope. I don't see. No. Nobody was wanting new Thin Lizzy music, but you're going to get it anyway. Yeah, I don't even. If you don't even know who I'm talking about, Thin Lizzy, they haven't had a new album in 40 years. But somebody somewhere thinks that there needs to be some new Thin Lizzy music, so that'll be coming out. Let's see here. Coldplay's Chris Martin performing in front of 50,000 fans in Australia, mate. Sunday, he fell through a trapdoor on accident. Whoops. He was not hurt. He actually climbed out and continued the concert, so glad to see that Chris Martin is okay. Other stuff. 3 weeks after falling from a hotel balcony in Argentina, Liam Payne's body is finally being released to his family. Other stuff. If you like, and we've mentioned this before here recently, TGI Fridays. If you like eating there, you better eat there quick. They have filed for bankruptcy. Politics. Of course, today's election day. Get out and vote. I'll be going a little bit later on. After Kamala Harris's surprise visit, surprise, on Saturday Night Live over the weekend, NBC gave the Trump campaign free advertising airtime during NASCAR and NFL broadcasts over the weekend. So, they have to do that legally. You can't give one person airtime without giving the other person airtime. So that's how they made that right. In the NFL, New Orleans Saints, they have axed their coach, Dennis Allen, after losing 7 games in a row. That'll happen. And then finally, in things you need to know, a Dutch Army veteran, Anton Nutenboom, has slipped into the Guinness Book of World Records by walking from Los Angeles to New York City barefoot. That's 3,100 miles over 8.5 months. So a guy walked from Los Angeles to New York City. My ear itches. I gotta itch my ear. Okay. There we go. Things you need to know. Let's do this. Today's impossible. It's impossible question. This is pretty easy, actually. This is not impossible at all. I think a lot of you will get this. So think about this. Today's impossible question. Gala, Fuji, Honeycrisp, and Macintosh are popular varieties of what fruit? I think this is a pretty easy question. If you go to the grocery store, Gala, Fuji, Honeycrisp, and Macintosh are popular varieties of what fruit? I haven't heard of one, but I've heard of 3 others. So what do you guys think? What's the answer we're going for? Let's go to the comments. Good morning to you, Bubby, Dan, Patrick, Tamra, Dixie, Sherry, Amber, Heather, Jackie, Lori, Ron, Anthony, my number 1 fan. You, Anthony Schilling, if you're still watching, man, that was this close. Rick, your boss, Rick Landgreep, almost beat you this week in our weekly top 20. I mean, that was really close. I mean, I think it was all because Rick made the comment in the one video clip and then got all sorts of responses to it on the clip that had about 2 million views on it. But, yeah, Anthony, that was close call this week on the weekly top 20. Nancy and Kay and Andrea. Yes, Andrea, you are right. It's apples. Our impossible question. Gala, Fuji, Honeycrisp, Macintosh. Popular varieties of apples. So eat your apples. Let's get weird.
That is weird.
In some weird today, here is a weird way of beating mosquitoes. I don't know about you guys, but mosquitoes just tear me up in the summer months. But scientists have found a kind of a quirky way to fight mosquitoes and the diseases that they spread by turning male mosquitoes deaf so that they struggle to mate and breed. As mosquitoes reproduce while flying in midair, and the males rely on hearing to chase down a female based on her wing beats. So if the males can't hear, then they can't figure out, how to do it. So they're turning male mosquitoes deaf. What? Deaf. So that they can't reproduce. Interesting. Other weird stuff. Morning commuters in Cupertino, California saw a strange sight on Monday. A small plane landed on the highway. The good news is that nobody was hurt. Neither the plane's lone occupant nor any of the drivers on the road. Seems that the airplane, the one-person airplane, was running low on fuel, so they had to make an emergency landing on the highway. Let's go to Hong Kong. A groundbreaking discovery. Dinosaur fossils have been found in Hong Kong for the first time on Port Island, a small uninhabited island northeast of the city. So that's kind of cool. Dinosaur fossils. Hong Kong. New York City, private school in New York City said Thursday that students can skip classes the day after the presidential election, so tomorrow, if they feel too, quote unquote, emotionally distressed, according to the New York Times. What? Come on. So kids are obviously going to take tomorrow off from school, whether they're distressed or not. But really? Are you going to get that emotionally freaked out because of the results of the election? I mean, either way, life goes on. Come on, people. Come on, kids. You can do it. It doesn't affect you that much. Let's go to Singapore. 2 adult siblings in Singapore went to a family court to obtain court orders against each other. The brother complained that his sister had been entering his room repeatedly over 8 years to clean it, while the sister is alleging that the brother assaulted her. Now, these are grown adult kids living in a unit that belongs to their dad in Singapore. How about you guys get a life and get your own places? You losers. Shall we go to the files of law and disorder? Let's do. Files of law and disorder. South Korea. Boy, we are all over the world today. South Korean police have arrested controversial American YouTuber Johnny Somali after angering locals in South Korea through a series of public stunts. Somali, whose real name is Ramzi Khalid Ismail, was live streaming on Sunday when he was physically assaulted. He was physically assaulted by an unknown masked individual who was later arrested. It seems that Somali, old Johnny Somali, was doing some stuff around, what's the place called? The Statue of Peace in Seoul, South Korea. He was doing some stunts, some antics around this, and the South Koreans were none too happy about it, and some people were assaulting him. So the police arrested him and took him away, basically for his own safety. So we'll see what happens there. Shall we do something that will make you possibly smile?
Something that makes you smile.
Something to make you smile. It's brought to us by our friends at Lifetime Dental Solutions. For all things dental, you can see Dr. Stacy Freeze at Lifetime Dental Solutions in Sigourney. You can see all the things that Lifetime Dental Solutions does on your screen. And in something that'll make you smile, a heartwarming video of a kitty and a dog has gone viral, racked up over 3.2 million views. In the clip, the two pets are seen snuggling with their heads together until they notice their owners watching, prompting them to freeze and look away as if they were embarrassed that they were cuddling with each other. So you might want to look up that video clip. Pretty funny. The dog and the cat snuggling, but then freezing and acting like they weren't doing it when the person was looking. Something to make you smile. That story will get posted at 7:45 this morning on my Facebook page. Let's do some duh. In the duh, let's go to Russia. A Russian soldier has spoken out how North Korean troops deployed to fight against the Ukraine endangered their own unit by shooting the wrong... You're shooting the wrong way! Idiot! You're shooting the wrong way! Shoot the Ukrainians! The claim, in a clip posted on social media, comes as... let's see here. The soldier said that the first North Korean soldiers stationed in Russia's Kursk region had come under fire. Concern grows internationally at the addition of a third party. Yeah, World War? Anybody? Anyway, so the Russian soldiers saying that the North Koreans are they're shooting the wrong way. Rio stupid. Shoot the other way. That's my views on the world. Hey, it's election day. Get out and vote today, by the way. Let's take a look at our forecast one last time, as it's brought to us by the Garden Gate, serving Keokuk County for 27 years now. Chance of some showers and storms today. Cloudy skies, going to get a little bit breezy today, and temps will get into the 60s by this morning and then slowly fall the rest of the day. That's your weather, sponsored by the Garden Gate. Of course, we do thank once again Brothers Market in Sigourney for sponsoring and being our headline sponsor on the Morning Wake Up. Savings are made simple. Go to shopbrothersmarket.com. Download the Brothers Market app. And we thank Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios. Give them a call. I about said it again. I about said holla. And I did just say it. Holla. Give them a holla. 641-673-4845. Dr. Dan at Oski Dental. Video-wise, let's take a look up at the video selection for today. In remembrance of, on the way at 8 a.m. Noon brings us What's Happening in Southeast Iowa. Community calendar video shows you some different things going on. Successful Farming at 5:30. Tonight we will also have Tuesday night edition of Real Talk with Pastor Aaron Fleming and myself. Make sure you tune in for that at 6:30. We'll also, of course, get all our regular stuff here on Facebook that we put up throughout the day. So, okay, make sure you get out and vote. You can't say that I didn't tell you to vote. Get out and vote today and make your voice be heard in our election. All right, you guys have a great day, and we'll be back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Bye-bye. Holla!